You've felt it, right? That weird, kind of creepy feeling that your phone is listening to your thoughts. Well, what if the truth is way more complicated and honestly, a lot more unsettling than that? So it always starts like this. An idea just pops into your head, seems to come from absolutely nowhere. Just a random, fleeting thought. Maybe it's a specific brand of sneakers, or a sudden urge to go to that one city you haven't thought about in years. Or maybe it's an old friend you totally lost touch with. And then, bam, it's right there. An ad on your feed, a suggested article, a person you may know. That totally random thought is now staring right back at you from your screen. The first time it happens, you probably just laugh it off. Whoa, what a weird coincidence. But then, it happens again, and again, and it starts to feel a little less like a coincidence.
So that gets us to the real question, the one that's probably nagging you. How is this even possible? How does your phone know what's in your head when you haven't even typed a single word into a search bar?
Well, the answer isn't that your phone is reading your mind. The truth is, it doesn't have to. The system is watching, and believe me, what it sees is more than enough.
Because it's doing something so much more powerful. It's not listening to your thoughts. It's observing your behavior so closely that it knows you better than you know yourself.
I mean, just look at this list. We're not talking about just what you click on. We're talking about the slightest hesitation of your thumb before you scroll past something, how long you linger on a person's face in a photo, which kinds of videos make you stop, even for a second. Even the videos you almost skip, that tells them something about your subconscious triggers. So here's the big twist. The roles are totally reversed. You might think you're the one consuming the content, but really, you're the subject being studied. Your attention, your tiny reactions, your emotions, that's the real product being analyzed. And all this incredibly specific data, it's not just being collected, oh no. It's being used to build something, a psychological blueprint, a profile of you. It knows what makes you anxious. I mean, the kind of stuff you look at when you're feeling down or worried, that paints a crystal clear picture of your deepest anxieties for the system. It knows what you secretly want. The lifestyles, the products, the images you pause on, they all reveal aspirations you might not even say out loud. And yeah, it knows exactly where you feel vulnerable. Your career, your relationships, your appearance, your online behavior exposes every single one of your weak spots. And this is how deep it goes. It catalogs your impulses, your guilty pleasures, the things you crave when you think no one's watching. It knows when you're bored, when you're lonely, and when you're most likely to give in. Okay, and this part is absolutely critical to understand. The algorithm is not your friend. It's not trying to help you find things you'll like. Its goal is to find the one thing that will get the biggest possible emotional reaction out of you, because any reaction, good or bad, is engagement. But here's where it gets, well, even darker. The system moves beyond just predicting what you'll do, and it starts actively influencing what you'll do next. Let's be really clear about this. This is the game changer. We have moved from a system that just predicts your behavior to one that actively shapes it. It's the difference between guessing what you're thinking and making you think it in the first place. So, how do they do it? It's basically behavioral conditioning 101. First, they expose you to something over and over again, planting a tiny seed. Then, through micro-influences, they connect that seed to your known emotional triggers. After a while, the idea doesn't feel like it came from the outside anymore. It feels like it was yours all along. So you think, wow, I was just thinking about this. But the reality is, you were systematically and silently pushed to think about it. The best kind of control is the kind you don't even see. You think it's your own free will. And this really gets to the heart of the matter. It makes you ask a pretty fundamental question about our own freedom of thought in a world run by these incredibly powerful systems. Just look at this. We're human. Our brains are messy. We get tired, we forget things, we guess. The algorithms we're up against, they don't do any of that. They are relentless. They're calculating machines that learn our patterns faster than we do, and they never, ever forget. To this system, you are just one. One singular pattern in a sea of billions. But it's a pattern that's understood in such perfect, terrifying detail that you can be guided and manipulated with surgical precision all while it does the same to millions of others at the exact same time.
So the next time that perfect ad or that random idea pops up on your screen, right after you thought of it, the question isn't, how did my phone know? The real question, the one that should really stick with you, is this one: did I really think of it first?